Thank you to all of our witnesses for being here today. The independent report from Clearly Gottlieb on the FDIC's workplace culture and the conduct of Chairman Martin Gruenberg are disturbing. The report makes a number of recommendations for the future of the FDIC. Let's review what some of those are. Number one, calls for the access to the chairperson. This recommendation would ensure that the mental health resources developed as a result of the recommendations would have an audience with the chair and other executives in order to make those cultural changes. Chairman Gruenberg is not just a symptom of the culture, he has become so ingrained in the culture that it's indistinguishable from his personal leadership. You can't shake up the order of things when you are the ultimate symbol of the old regime. Number two, a recommendation calls for a 360 review of all leadership to ensure accountability. Let's take a look at Chairman Gruenberg's history to get a sense of how he might receive the constructive feedback resulting from this review. In the report, one executive stated that Gruenberg's actions have the effect of chilling open conversations. Another said that there is, quote, a great reluctance to deliver bad news to Marty Gruenberg, end quote. In November 2020, when overseeing a bank acquisition, the officers of the acquiring bank did not wear masks to a meeting because the state where the meeting took place did not have a mask mandate at the time. Chairman Gruenberg, quote unquote, lost it when he heard the bankers did not wear masks, and he took his rage out on his own staff. It got so bad that one employee was the target of this behavior and said, and I quote, I might cry, I want to quit, end quote. Finally, when confronted with the fallout from the Wall Street Journal story about Gruenberg's unacceptable conduct, the chairman refused to believe the story's descriptions of his own behavior, prompting one executive to leave the room in outrage. Given this pattern of behavior, can we really expect Chairman Gruenberg to faithfully implement these cultural changes, particularly ones that would require his personal buy-in as chairman? Some of my colleagues have already brought up an issue I'd like to focus more on: the prospects of a quick Senate confirmation process. We all know the Senate does not like to move quickly, and I would expect nothing different in this case. Chairman Gruenberg has vowed to remain at his post and told employees to prepare for him to stay through the end of the year. We're talking about someone who has served as an acting chairman 3 times over the course of his career. A large chunk of his career has been spent with interim titles. Chairman Gruenberg is still the FDIC because of his refusal to leave at the end of his last chairmanship. Director Sue, how do you feel that Chairman Gruenberg is the correct person to implement the changes recommended in this report in the long term?
Thank you for the question. I'm focused on what I can control. What I can control are the actions of the board.
But I'm asking you for your opinion. Do you think that he's the correct person to do this?
Again, I'm focused on what I can control. So I'm really focused on trying to get in place the
Director
cultural
Sue,
and structural
you're not
transformation.
responding to my question. Let's go to my next question. Are you comfortable with Chairman Gruenberg staying in his post on an interim basis?
Again, I'm focused on these actions. These
Are you
actions have to
comfortable?
get done. As long as he is focused on delivering and he delivers on the comments and on the commitments to take actions, that's what's really, really critical. I'm open. I will work with whoever the chair is, but that's really important, is to focus on those actions.
Director Sue, as we both know, the Senate confirmation process could take a long time. All the while, the FDIC employees are being asked to wait for leadership required to make this cultural transformation. How long do you think they have to wait?
They're not going to wait. We are going to take action immediately. We're
So
taking
you're
action on the
confident
critical parts.
that he can do this, that Mr. Gruenberg can do this? You said they don't have to wait. He's still there.
We are taking action.
Okay.
We are taking action.
Does that mean you're comfortable with him doing this job?
I can control what I can control. We are taking action on the expert, on the monitor, on standing up a new structure so that people don't have fear of retaliation. Those are the things that I'm focused on.
There are thousands of employees at the FDIC that are banking on this changing. And we've got the same person at the top that has not demonstrated a willingness to tackle this problem. In fact, people are afraid to go to him and even talk about it. So I express the lack of confidence that I have as a member of this committee in seeing things change. With that, thank you. I yield back.